Hello everyone, welcome to a new tutorial. This is the last one for the React series, and in this tutorial we're going to be creating a details modal, so that every time that the user clicks on details we'll see a modal with some of the details for each book. Alright, so let's just dive right into this, and the first thing that we want to do is go to modal, and we're going to create a new modal that's going to be called view book modal. Alright, and here we're just gonna copy whatever we have in the book modal. We'll just copy it to, so we're just gonna paste it there, and we'll have the same modal as before, but we need to do a few changes, right? So we don't need handle change, handle submit, we don't need any of these. We need this, the handle close, handle show, so we'll keep this, and just don't forget to change this to view book modal. This is the new name. We don't have this, so we don't want that. Alright, or you can just create one from scratch. Here I'm just changing a few things here and there, I guess. Alright, so let's see what else. Yeah, so we don't have any of these. Alright, so it's not gonna be a form, so let's just take care of this right now, and let's just make it look like something different than a form. Alright, so here we'll just say title, and then the title is gonna be we'll take care of this later. So let me just replace all of these. So every part that says form, let's just get rid of that. Right, so we don't have a handle submit, and we don't need it anymore, so we'll just keep the close there. Alright, and add book, so we don't have to add the book, so we don't need this anymore because the button that we're gonna be using is in the book card, so we don't need this. Yes, so let me just keep that there for now. Alright, so we'll just I just cleaned it up a little bit, but then we cannot see it right now unless we set this to true, then it's gonna pop up. So if you save it and then you come to the main page, should be open. It's not open. Oh, and that's because we are not passing it. But if I were to pass it, let's say here, right, view book modal, then it's gonna show. So just give it a second, see, so you can see what we have right now. Alright, and it doesn't close. Alright, so let me just get rid of this one here in the app.js, and we'll take care of it, and we'll style it later. Alright, so now come to app.js, and here we're gonna have to set, we need to control the state of that modal as well. So what we're gonna be doing is just setting a new state here, which is gonna be, view, just view book modal, or just view book. Let's just say yeah, and then set book, set view book. Alright, and then this is just gonna have like an empty state, so it's not gonna have anything. Alright, so that's how we want it right now. And once you come to the main page, so basically what we want to do is, if the user goes to any of these cards and says I want to see the book details of this book, and he just clicks there, so then it's gonna pop up the details of that book in particular. So we need to access that book and the ID of that book so that it shows us only the details of that book. Alright, so the next thing that we want to do is come to the, so we know that this is where the button is, right? So this is the one that we want to use. So we come to the book card, and we're gonna pass we're gonna say show. And why do we say show? Because if you come to view book modal, you know that if you set show to true, that's gonna make the modal appear, right? So that's why we use show as well here. And then we'll say we'll just create it. This is gonna be like a callback function, and it's gonna say something like set view view book to whatever book is like you are trying to see, right? So the state is gonna be set to whatever book you're trying to see, this set view book. Alright, so let me save that, just make some space here. Alright, and then you want to go to the book card, because in this case we're passing this, right? So we're passing these props to the book card. So you want to go to the book card, so just go to card, book card, and here, so we already have here props, so where it says details, so here we can say on click. So once you click the details, we're gonna pass the props that open, or props that show in this case. Alright, let me just save it, and let's go back to app.js. So once you come to app.js, let's import the view book modal, because we still need to import it as well. So we'll just come here and so it doesn't really matter where you where we put it. Let's just put it here. View book modal, and that one doesn't have the button anymore, so it's not gonna, so nothing is gonna show there, I think. Yeah, so see, it's just gonna pop up because we have here show equal to true. So let me just change this and let's just put show for now. I think it's yeah, so that's good. Alright, so once you come to details, so right now nothing is happening. That's because we still need to change a few things here. So we'll say book, and that's gonna be you know, we'll just say book view book, and then we also need to pass this so that we can close the modal. Set view book, and then we'll just set it to this here, and I'm missing a bracket. Yes. Alright, so once we have that, we can go back to the view book modal, and now we'll take care of this, and we'll say the object, since we're passing it here from the app.js, you see that we're passing it to the view book modal. Those are the props that we're passing here. We can say, and we already have their props, so then we'll say you know, object the keys, we'll say props that book, and then we'll say that length. So if we detect that the, you know, once the user clicks on one of the cards, and if there is no like any details, well, nothing is gonna happen. But like, we want to show it once like if there is details, if the object has something in it, then we want to show it. So we're gonna have this here, and that's how you say, like, if there is something in the object, if the length is not 0, or if there is something in the object, then, you know, just set this to whatever, to true, and then that means the show is going to be equal to true. So once you click, you know, it's going to show something. Alright, so we don't need this anymore, so let's get rid of that one. And I already see that we have a problem here, so let me go back to app.js and see what's going on here. Okay, so the problem is that we have to pass the close modal. This has to be like a callback function, so it has to be something like this. So yes, so that should work now, I think. So let me just save it and see. Ooh, there. Alright, so yeah, so that was it. So this wasn't a function. So now if you come here and say click on details, right? So now you see the modal, and we need to take care of that one as well. So once you click on close, we want to close it, right? Alright, so we need to change this, and now we're passing the props that close modal to close the modal, so we don't need this anymore. So that's how it is. So you see we're passing here as close modal, so that's why we put props that close modal. And then we don't need any of this, so I don't know why I kept it there. So let's just save that. So if we come here and let's say that we want to see the, you know, the details of this book, right? So we come, click here, details, click here, details. So this is something that we have to fix. So let's fix that right now. So once you come to close, you know, it closes. So it doesn't close here on the X. So let's fix that really quick. So in view book modal, so this one where it says a close button, this is where we want to say something like we'll just pass the on click. Alright, here as well. So on click, do that, right? So now let's so let's go here, details, we click here, and now it closes. Alright, so the last thing is we're just gonna style this and make it look better. So let's get to that. Alright, so let's just go back to view book modal, the JS, So for the title, we still, another thing that we didn't do was to pass the props. So I mean, we passed the props, but we didn't show them in the modal. So we'll just say props.book.title, and that will show the title. So just let's check that it's working correctly first before continuing. And if you click on details, so you can see that it says title, and then it says the name of the book, which is Sapiens. All right, so let's just do that. Just do the same thing for all of them, and we'll change this as well. We'll just use like an H4 tag instead of H1, and I can change this in a different way. Let me just like that, and then let's just select all of them. So that's gonna be a 4. All right, so let's start changing this. So this one is author, and well, the same thing. We'll just pass props.book, and then the author, and then what's the next one? Finished on. So you can pick the order that you want this. So I'll just keep it in this order. All right, so this is pretty much just getting the data. This is finished on. All right, and here we have edition. This would be props dot book dot edition. And then finally the last one is summary, which will be props dot book dot summary. All right, and let's just save that. Let me just fix here the indentation, some of these, so that it looks better. So that's that looks fine. Just fix that one, and I'll have fixed that one. All right, so let me see how it looks. All right, so if you come here, so you can see that we have title, the author, when the book was finished, what's the edition of the book, and then the summary. If this is still a little bit big, and it says add book, so let's just change that for book details. And then you can change this tag and maybe make it a 5 if you want to change it. I'm just gonna keep it as 4 right now. So if you go to, let's say, a different book, so this one, so you have the title, you have the author, edition, finished on, and then the summary. Then you can close it from here, or you can close it from the X. All right, so I think that's it for the series. I think this is where I'm gonna end the video. You can maybe style a little bit more. I think you know how to do it now. You can just go to React, Bootstrap, and then just do a bunch of styling. You can add maybe an edit book form, or you can add like a view count. These are just ideas. You can just build on top of this application, and I hope you do. I hope that the series was helpful. And if it was helpful, please share it with others. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, let me know what videos you want me to make, and I'll see you in the next series or on the next video. Thank you.